What is up, everybody? It's University Red today, and we have to talk about the biggest news that dropped today. The CMA UK has given their decision about the Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard situation, and they have said they are going to block this deal from CMA's point of view because it would damage competition in the cloud gaming market, leading to less innovation and choice for UK gamers, said by the CMA. So, this sounds completely ridiculous to me. This is the excuse they use so they blocked the CMA because it would affect UK gamers in the cloud market. Cloud gaming, it may be big in the future, don't get me wrong, but nobody cares about cloud gaming like that right now. So to say this is a monopoly, the Microsoft was a monopoly in this atmosphere because it is Activision, because of acquiring Activision, is completely ludicrous. So I don't know if Sony is paying these guys under the table. These guys, everybody in the CMA needs to be investigated, in my opinion, because this sounds like complete nonsense. But the fact that they ruled that this needs to be blocked is just once again, it's just completely ludicrous. So Sony fanboys are celebrating this news, which I don't know why. They don't lose anything from this deal. Call of Duty is still going to be on PlayStation if this deal would have went through, would have been approved. They're still getting Call of Duty. They're only celebrating this because it makes Xbox guys angry. That's the only reason why. We just want to make Xbox guys pissed off with this deal right here. So it is truly fascinating. So this is the big news. The internet is going crazy over this. It was like, I think Brad Smith responded saying, "We remain fully committed to our acquisition with Activision Blizzard and will appeal today's determination by the CMA. Here's our statement." So they gave their PR statement saying, hey, they're still going to try to appeal this. Pretty sure it's not over yet. Like, there's still other markets that has a deciding factor in this. But yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. Like, really, they're a monopoly because of the cloud game, and that's the best you come up with. And it's just fascinating how the CMA is only there to protect Sony, the market leader. Like, you can't tell me this is a legit reason why this deal should be blocked. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Cloud gaming, which they're signing deals, 10-year deals to everybody. Nvidia, Boosteroid, any cloud gaming streaming service, they're doing it. They even signed a 10-year deals to Nintendo. They would have dealt with Sony, but Sony kept neglecting those deals. It's just, it just doesn't make any sense. So there's obviously some shady stuff going on with this deal, but let's see what people got to say about this. Complete jokers. Cloud gaming is a nascent market. It has barely got off. Why block an acquisition because of that? Clowns. For UK gamers interested in how would you know what we want, who did you ask exactly? Well done, CMA Gov UK, for protecting Sony, Apple, and Google on the basis of cloud tech, which makes up 1% of the total market. On that worry that it might go to 4% of the global market over the next 5 years. Great job. Yeah. When you just analyze it, it just makes no sense that this deal got blocked. It just totally makes no sense. But they got to protect the market leader, Sony. They got to protect Sony. So Sony is like, Sony is just ridiculous. Jim Ryan cried a little bit too much, and the CMA cowered to this dude's request at this point. The cloud gaming market is still in its infancy. Of all reasons to block, it just makes no sense because nobody really cares about cloud gaming like that to begin with. So it's not like the leading factor in gaming right now is cloud gaming. So it's just dumb. Thank you. More games from our platforms, crossplay and cross-save, is the future we need. Very disappointing decision. Lots of talk about more choice, yet at the end, you actually limit it considerably. I hope our U.S. politicians remember this when British companies want to expand to the U.S. or buy property here. Should just say no. I mean, that ultimately is going to be the decision here with them blocking this big merger from Activision Blizzard to U.S. companies. So I can see that being and not being in the UK's favor when they do the same thing. So terrible decision. Shows you know nothing about the gaming market. Took so much value away from gamers. Wrong decision. Sony buys up studios all the times. Yeah, they just bought a studio recently, Firewalk Studios. They're buying studios left and right. But Microsoft can't buy publishers and studios, but Sony can do it. No questions asked. It's just fascinating. PlayStation has the dominant market share in America, Europe, and the UK and Asia. This decision will protect Sony from competition. Yeah, I'm like, Sony is dominating the industry right now, but apparently with this deal, it will make a monopoly. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. So the obvious console competition being hindered was fine, but not the non-existent cloud gaming issue. Solid take. They make deals with multiple cloud gaming companies to appease you, still gets denied. Say it how you actually meant. No matter what they do or what deals they make, you always deny because you are in the pockets of Sony. Yeah, I definitely think that was what's going on here. I think Sony is paying these guys under the table because this decision just makes no sense. It makes no logical sense whatsoever with this decision. LOL cloud gaming that nobody uses or likes. Not yet. Like, once again, in the future, cloud gaming might be big in the future, but for right now, the average person doesn't cover cloud gaming. I would say it's almost on the same levels as VR at this point. Like, it's only a very niche people who actually care about it like that to be interested into it. All that wait for nothing. It's not over. Microsoft's going to appeal. It just means more waiting. Yeah, this is going to be extended. This conversation about the CMA is going to be extended even longer. This whole conversation about the acquisition Blizzard merger is going to be extended to probably a lot longer than it needs to be at this point. You're a joke to the CMA. Horrible decision. Really dived into the gaming industry and figured out exactly what everyone's position in the industry is. Y'all instead ended up blaming Microsoft for having cloud gaming efforts. Good job showing a strong player that does almost nothing in that space. Yeah, Sony doesn't really do cloud gaming like that, but they want to say this is a monopoly for cloud gaming. Oh, that's just dumb. Just that you don't understand the game industry at all, it makes you look less incompetent / corrupt. Crazy when you realize the UK regulators are more corrupt than Japan regulators. People are not too happy with this decision from the CMA. I don't think I'll see any comments supporting this, but I did see some Sony fanboy comments supporting this nonsense. I was like, you don't even lose anything if you're a Sony zealot. You don't lose anything. You don't lose anything at all. You're still gonna have Call of Duty, which what most of these guys care about. So it's just dumb at the end of the day to block this deal. Block it, don't block it, I don't care. I just want this crap to be over. I've been saying this for a year, it seems. There are too many awesome games and great things coming to Xbox to be focused on this for so long. It's straining. 2023 is still going to be a kick-ass year. Okay. These are the same people that have no issue with Disney owning an entire third of the global film market. That is a definite concern right there. Disney owns a lot of stuff, but yet there's no concerns over that. But Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, mainly for Call of Duty, is a big concern, apparently. Which doesn't make any sense. I honestly didn't think this was going to happen. Microsoft being blocked doesn't mean much to me, but I'll enjoy the tears and crying from the fanboys who actually take this stuff all personal. Okay. Once again, Sony fanboys only want this to fail because they want to make Xbox fans angry. Just think about that fan base right there. They only want this to fail to make Xbox fans angry. They can't be excited about games that come to PlayStation. They only get joy from making another fan base mad. Like, it's just pathetic. This is an extremely comical reason to block the deal. Microsoft has nothing remotely resembling a monopoly in the cloud gaming space, and the Activision merger wouldn't change that. You can definitely find solid reasons to block the deal, but this won't hold water. Reason is so weak, I can't even tell if they're being serious. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. They out here in the stables, like, okay. Can we please put some respect on Jim Ryan's name? Put some respect on what? The dude probably paid these guys. He probably paid the CMA off, like, to vote with this ridiculous decision right here. I didn't see this coming. Headlines all week pointed to this as a done deal, and we'll go through. Wow, just wow. Didn't see them actually using cloud gaming as an excuse to prevent the deal when deals for cloud gaming were being handled left and right. Crazy times we live in. According to Microsoft and Activision Blizzard King, they will appeal. Ah, yes, cloud gaming, the 1.72 billion portion of a Czech's no 180 billion industry. Yeah, more people keep pointing out just how ridiculous it sounds. It's like the gaming industry makes that much money a year. and you're just focusing on this small portion of cloud gaming. Really, that's just they're just using any excuse to make this deal not go through at this point. To not CMA equals canceling Microsoft acquisition. At this point, Microsoft has two options: appeal the deal or pull off from the UK market, which will actually be the smart thing to do at this point. Either way, CMA choice of words and actions seem suspicious as F. They quite literally have deals with all the other major cloud gaming competitors to ensure this won't hurt competition. Yeah, that's the thing too. They actually went out there to make deals with these other cloud gaming competitors like Nvidia, and they still blocked it. So what could Microsoft do to appease the CMA? I don't think they could have did anything at this point. They was always going to block it. So there are too many red flags in this deal. Microsoft can't just go around buying the biggest third-party publishers back to back. They should be creative and build studios from the ground up and acquire studios from second-party relationships. There's nothing organic about Microsoft doing this. But Sony does the same thing. Sony buys studios as well, but there's no problem. It's like, what are you talking about? Sony does the same thing, but Microsoft does it as an issue. I mean, I'm gonna conclude it right here. I kind of do want this whole conversation to be over with at this point. It's kind of cool. Got a definitive answer from the CMA, but it kind of sucks because they're blocking this deal, and it's like their excuse doesn't really hold too much water at the end of the day. But I kind of want the conversation to be over at this point. We have been talking about this for almost a year, almost a year plus at this point. It feels like a year at this point. We were talking about this whole issue. It's like, hopefully it's finally over. If they acquire Activision Blizzard, or if they don't, just let it be over with at this point. But I definitely don't agree with this decision, though. I definitely see that it's definitely suspicious and definitely shady that they use that as excuse of cloud gaming as an excuse to why they think Microsoft would be a monopoly because of cloud gaming. I was like, really? When they're offering their competition the same deal? It's like, it doesn't make any sense. But definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Once again, Sony guys are celebrating this like they won the Super Bowl or something, but they don't really gain anything from this. Only people, it doesn't make any sense why they're celebrating just to make Xbox guys mad. Seems the reason why, but yeah. But these guys are desperate for a W. I mean, they literally play no games. They just play Twitter all day and want to get the other fan base angry over stuff. So that's the fan base we're dealing with here right now, people. But definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like for this video. And as always, just for watching, and peace.